Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I?
Jeez, look at her hair.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Do something to make her accept it. The e-handbooks. The e-handbooks will reveal her name. Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name...
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
Why is it upside down?
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me...
Yeah.
No, it's wrong.
I got it. We got it, guys. We got it, boys. We're doing it.
That's it! The handbook!
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Yep.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again. From the
Ah,
beginning,
shit. I hate this
and shed
part.
light on all your crimes.
I fucking
And that'll
hate
bring
this part.
everything to an end.
Ugh. Takes forever. Fucking stupid climax. Shit, man. Ugh. Well, I don't think this is right, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll just correct it as we go. I mean, I'm probably gonna lose health, though. This is so difficult to get all these things correct. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like these two right here could be swapped. They could be fucking... How am I supposed to know?
Here's exactly what happened.
Whatever.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
I was right. Good. Huh.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
That was right, too. Good.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Whew. So far, so good.
Finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
I don't think that one's right. Let me
Next,
see.
they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they did. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library.
Yeah.
This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We
Yeah.
fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that.
Oh, that was right. Yes. Oh, I was worried about that one.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
That was right too. Good.
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Here we go.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
Ooh. I'm shocked that I got that on the first try.
Lost?
Jeez, those are so annoying and difficult to do. But I got it all right on the first try. Wow.
I lost?
Wow. Way to go, me.
When was the last
Whew.
time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Diego?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Oh, so I don't have to do another bullet time battle? Thank fucking Jesus titty fucking Christ. Oh, I gotta be on one of those. Shit. I didn't get an A on everything. Well, 95 medals? Alright. Alright then. Huh.
Okay, Monokuma.
Oh, I got an achievement too.
I'm ready to begin.
Not from concentrate. What? What? Not from concentrate. Well, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe that means I didn't use concentration at all during a thing? Anyway, achievement!
Or,
Yeah.
no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Yep.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, Who will become the blackened?
Ugh.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Time for some more fucked up shit. Let's watch. Ugh.
What?
Basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're all totally correct. Blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taeko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
Well, that sucks. Guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Ifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations. I mean, I don't know.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Ifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? Can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. Sure, she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. Didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you use, you know? You'd figured out Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Ifumi to act as my accomplice,
Indeed.
I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Ifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... She's talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What are you talking about?
just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. Totally out of the loop as usual, how sad.
In other words,
And you're the one who's... And you're the one that stole it, ah.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Ifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Ifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
Hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
are you okay with
It
this?
was Taka. He stole it.
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier, and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Ifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
as for me,
Please forgive me, he threatened me.
Oh,
He did.
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then, hard for me to even say, he abused me.
what?
Ah, Jesus. Took pictures of me, said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
An absolute crime! I mean, I know he'd gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. So you did lie to him, fucking... I can't express how enjoyable that was, Jesus. About to say something I've never said before in my life.
Completely unforgivable!
Going to kill him. Going to fucking kill him.
most unfortunate.
You go now. You'll be playing right into his hands.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
You don't mean. Taka is going to try to kill you.
indeed.
Also, he can keep her to himself. That bastard.
Completely unforgivable!
Bastard, bastard,
Honestly.
bastard, bastard. She.
swear I will save her!
Actually,
Would you like to join with me? Just so happens I have come up with a plan. I've devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Fumi agreed, without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. Power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Ifumi's creation?
indeed.
It was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
Why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. Feel like I could cry.
Well,
When you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after assuming you would actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
It's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, told him to stay. I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. Can he really believe that? Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, well, you were all questioning him about what had happened to him. I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
What made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. That's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been to escape.
But...
All along, you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch! Hey!
Couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
Wanted to get out every day was fresh torture. Do you want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
There was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
It was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? I mean, castles are pretty fucking rad. Can't blame her on that front. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers slash bodyguards. Wow. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. What a crazy bitch! Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life. There was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. Got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
So you sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it.
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
It's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people, I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. That's why you're not scared.
Yes, indeed.
That's right, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice,
Isn't
then
it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey!
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. When she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings. That statement itself must have been her final lie. That weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Here we go.
Then, I prepared a very special punishment.
The ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What? Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.